The Springboks 2026 season has just been revealed and it's absolutely insane. 10 blockbuster test matches including England at Ellis Park, for battles against the All Blacks, and a brand new Nations Championship that could change rugby forever. This is the biggest international season in South African rugby history, and when you hear the full schedule, you'll understand why every single match is must-watch television. Before we break down this explosive fixture list, you need to smash that subscribe button right now, hit the notification bell, drop a like, and comment which match you're most excited for. Let's dive into this absolute madness. Rugby has just changed forever with the launch of the Nations Championship, a groundbreaking joint venture between Sanzer and Six Nations Rugby that brings the 12 biggest nations on the planet together in a competitive tournament that will reshape the entire sport. This isn't just another tournament, this is a tectonic shift in how international rugby operates. The format is absolutely brilliant and creates drama like we've never seen before. The Southern Hemisphere teams, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, plus invited nations Japan and Fiji, will face all Six Nations teams across July and November in matches where every single point counts. Here's how it works and why it's so revolutionary. In July, the Northern Hemisphere teams travel south for 3 rounds of fixtures. In November, the Southern Hemisphere teams head north for 3 more rounds. Every team plays 6 matches total, earning 4 points for a win, 2 for a draw, and bonus points for scoring tries and losing by 7 or fewer. Those points determine rankings within each hemisphere. Then comes the absolute game changer, the finals weekend scheduled for November 27th to 29th at the Allianz Stadium in London. 3 days of double headers where first place in the Northern Hemisphere plays first place in the Southern Hemisphere to crown the champion, second plays second, all the way down to sixth plays sixth. If you're getting excited about this new format, smash that like button right now and let me know in the comments which Northern Hemisphere team you think the Boks will destroy the most. What makes this finals weekend absolutely brilliant is that every single match matters for every single team. Even the teams fighting for 6th place are competing not just for pride, but to earn points that contribute to determining which hemisphere is dominant. This means no dead rubbers, no meaningless matches, just pure competitive rugby where everything is on the line. The Nations Championship won't happen in 2027 because that's a World Cup year, but it will return in 2028 with the fixtures reversed, meaning the Springboks will travel to face England, Scotland, and Wales in the UK while hosting France, Ireland, and Italy at home. This is long-term strategic planning that ensures competitive balance and keeps rivalries fresh. The Springboks 2026 season kicks off with an absolute blockbuster that will set stadiums on fire. England comes to Ellis Park in Johannesburg on Saturday, July 4th for what promises to be one of the most brutal and physical test matches of the year. This is England's first tour to South Africa since 2018, and they're walking straight into the cauldron of Ellis Park where the altitude, the atmosphere, and the Springbok pack will test every ounce of their physical and mental strength. Steve Borthwick's England have been building something special, but facing the back-to-back World Cup champions at their fortress is the ultimate examination. 1 week later on July 11th, Scotland arrives at Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria for their first visit to South Africa since 2014. 12 years. That's how long it's been since Scottish players experienced the unique challenge of playing Test rugby in South Africa. Loftus Versfeld is a fortress where the Springboks rarely lose, and Gregor Townsend's Scotland will need to produce the performance of their lives to have any chance. Then on July 18th, Wales comes to Kings Park in Durban, a ground where the humidity and pace of the game creates different challenges. Wales last toured South Africa in 2022, and after being absolutely demolished 73-0 in Cardiff during the Autumn Nations series, they'll be desperate for revenge. What makes these 3 July fixtures absolutely critical is that they're not just tests for pride, they're Nations Championship matches where points directly impact the finals weekend seedings. England, Scotland, and Wales will be trying to earn maximum points to secure favorable matchups in London, while the Springboks will be hunting maximum points and bonus points to ensure they finish top of the Southern Hemisphere group. Rassie Erasmus has already confirmed that these matches will be perfect preparation for what comes next, rugby's greatest rivalry against the All Blacks in August and September. After the Nations Championship July fixtures comes the main event that has South African rugby fans salivating with anticipation. 4 test matches against New Zealand in August and September as part of the new rugby's greatest rivalry series. This is unprecedented, this is historic, this is what dreams are made of. The first test is on August 22nd at Ellis Park in Johannesburg. The second test is on August 29th at DHL Stadium in Cape Town. The third test is on September 5th at FNB Stadium, also known as Soccer City, back in Johannesburg. The fourth test date and venue are still to be confirmed, but it will complete what promises to be the most intense month of rugby the sport has ever seen. Make sure you're subscribed and that notification bell is on, because when these matches happen, we'll be breaking down every moment, every controversy, every game-changing play. Think about what 4 consecutive test matches against New Zealand means. This isn't a 3-match series where you can recover from a bad performance. This is relentless, this is brutal, this is a war of attrition where depth, conditioning, and mental resilience will be tested like never before. The Springboks bomb squad rotation system that Rassie has perfected over the years will be absolutely crucial. Having 50 players who understand the systems and can step in seamlessly becomes even more valuable when you're playing 4 tests in less than a month. The All Blacks will come to South Africa desperate to prove they can compete with the back-to-back World Cup champions, and these 4 matches will definitively answer whether New Zealand can reclaim their position at the top of world rugby or if South African dominance continues. After surviving July at home and the brutal August-September All Black series, the Springboks head to Europe in November to complete their nation's championship fixtures. The schedule sees them face Italy on the weekend of November 6th to 8th, exact date and venue to be confirmed. Then France on the weekend of November 13th to 15th, which will be an absolute war in Paris or wherever it's hosted. And finally Ireland on November 21st in Dublin, a rematch of one of rugby's fiercest modern rivalries where both teams will be fighting for crucial points to improve their finals weekend seeding. These November matches take on extra significance because by this point, everyone knows exactly what's at stake for the finals weekend. If the Springboks have dominated their earlier fixtures, they might already have first place in the Southern Hemisphere locked up, making these matches about maintaining form and avoiding injuries. But if points are tight, every match becomes absolutely crucial. Italy will be desperate to pull off a shocking upset. France at home is always dangerous with their passionate crowd and unpredictable style. And Ireland in Dublin, especially after the Springboks' victory there in 2025, will be out for blood. Then comes the finals weekend on November 27th to 29th at the Allianz Stadium in London, 3 days of double-headers that will crown the nation's championship winner and determine which hemisphere dominates world rugby. If the Springboks finish first in the Southern Hemisphere, they'll face the top Northern Hemisphere team in what will essentially be a World Cup final outside of an actual World Cup. The stakes, the pressure, the global attention will be absolutely massive. There you have it. The Springboks' 2026 season with 10 blockbuster test matches, the new Nations Championship, 4 All Blacks battles, and a finals weekend in London. This is the biggest international season in South African rugby history. If this got you hyped, smash that like button, subscribe for more Springbok content, and drop a comment telling me which match you're most excited for. Are the Boks going undefeated? Can they win the Nations Championship? Let me know your predictions.